got my show on Monday. I was hoping someday you'd be on your way to bed.
So Lincoln woke me up around 6 to eat, and I fed her and I tried to go back to bed, but I just couldn't. So now we are all up super early. I'm putting the dogs in the garden. Whew, I'm out of breath. Hi buddy. While I go down into town, my parents will be up in a few hours, so they won't be in here for very long, but if they would ever come to the garden. Come on, Huck, let's go inside. Go. Well, we'll get there. Okay. Oh man, I'm tired. Can you guys see all those deer? There's like 10. They're all running away. Sorry, disturbing your morning. I think that's pretty cool. So me and Link are now on our way down the mountain to go to Springdale to pick up my laptop because my mom actually uploaded 2 vlogs yesterday for me because once again, no internet at the cabin. And then I'm gonna go into town because I have schoolwork and I want to see Jake and Chris, and I kind of just want to hang out with some people. And then my parents are going to go back up to the cabin and take care of the dogs while I'm in town. I'm not sure how many days I'm staying in town. The reason why I'm going down today is because it's going to rain tonight, and so my parents don't want me going down when it's rainy because it's a dirt road. So I'm actually sitting here waiting at the tunnel, and I haven't been able to film anything. It's hard being alone and vlogging because like I would want to film Zion but it's like a really windy road and I wouldn't dare drive it and vlog or like try and film it. But if I had Justin here, he would drive and then I would film it. But since he's not here, I can't really film it. So I'm stopped right here and I'm waiting for the tunnel to open. And when I get to the other side, I can show a little bit, because the other side is my favorite view, and so I'll try and show a little bit of it, but it gets windy after a second, so I can't after a while, but I can show a little bit. This is easily my favorite view in the whole Zion. So I definitely debated if I wanted to actually vlog this or not, but it's kind of an important part of our life right now. Justin called me, and luckily he called me when he did, because when I'm in the park I don't have service, and then I go through Springdale and the next town, and then I don't have service for another 10 minutes. So luckily he called me right when I was in Springdale talking to my parents. But he called me and he was like, okay, so I have some good news and I have some bad news. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, oh my gosh, I have to go by. And he hung up, and then a few minutes later he called me back. And essentially, when he first left for deployment, he always talked about this pain he had in his chest. And I kept telling him, I was like, Justin, you need to go to the doctor. Like, whatever it is, like, simple or not, you need to go see a doctor, because obviously it's not good. And so finally, he went to the doctor, I'm assuming like yesterday. And they ran a bunch of tests and took blood work and stuff, and there's something wrong with his heart, and the doctors on ship have no idea what it is, and so they're sending his results elsewhere and to see if someone else can figure out what's wrong with him. But if they can't figure out what's wrong with him and how to take care of him, they're sending him home in a few days, which means I have to turn right around and go back to North Carolina, because I obviously need to be there, and he needs to, like, he can't just be alone. And that's terrifying to me. I appreciate Justin so much, and I love him so much, and so if I were to not have him, like, I don't know what I would do, especially with Lincoln and Huck. And so it scares me that he's somewhere and no one knows what's wrong with him, but they just know something's wrong, and so that's terrifying to me. But he's at a port right now, but they won't leave port with him on the ship while they don't know what's wrong with him. So he's next to a hospital, and that's good. And they won't leave port until they either send him back or they know what's wrong with him and they know how to take care of him. But I just have to sit here for the next few days until I get a phone call either saying he's on the boat or he's in North Carolina. And it's gonna be a very stressful few days. That's a big thing to wait for, and it sucks for him just because I know he was very excited to go on deployment, and he's always been going back and forth on whether or not he wanted to stay in the Marine Corps or not. But he wanted to wait till he got through his first deployment to see how that was, and if he liked it, then he would consider staying. But if he doesn't like deployment, he obviously can't do that as a career because he would continue to deploy. And so I know he was excited to go be on this deployment, and he misses us, but it's something he needed to do, obviously. But if he were to come home, that'd be awesome, except for I just got here, so I would have to turn around and do another 3-day drive back, and I would need to find someone that could drive back with me, because there's no way I could do that alone, especially after experiencing it just barely. I think I would leave Bella here with my parents. She would do fine here. This is where she's happiest anyway. But it's gonna be an interesting few days waiting for that phone call, pretty much, if he's in Europe or if he's in North Carolina. So we're in Target right now, and we were just talking about Aspen Ovard because she's always here. And then someone who works here just called Kristen, was like, she's here! And it was so weird because we were literally just talking about her. And it was really awkward because that would have been really weird if she was like in the next aisle and we were literally talking about her. I would have felt so uncomfortable. So anyway, we're in Target. We're getting stuff for her cousin's bridal shower and bottles for Lincoln because I want to try new ones. So we're just hanging out. So we're on a walk. Chris lives right by the temple. So you can't really see the temple from where we are. I should have probably vlogged earlier when you can see the temple. Or we should have stayed in the grounds. But we're walking around the temple. You can kind of see part of it. No, you can't really. We're walking around the temple right now just because it's a really nice day outside. And we were just sitting in her house, and she lives like right next to it. So we've got Lincoln and Ollie. Yeah? Yeah, you can't really see it here. Anyway, that's the temple. Lincoln has started to acknowledge toys and things like that, so I bought her this bee one from Target. It's kind of just like a lot of different colors, and it makes noise, so, and it's different textures, so watch, she'll like follow it. Oh, do you want to touch it? You look terrified of it. Oh, what is that? Are you touching it? Look, can you follow it? Yeah. So she's still a little bit away from obviously being able to play with toys, but I thought it would be cool to get her something that she can kind of like acknowledge and track. Because when I went to her 2-month appointment, she like failed her fine motor skill test. And he said it was normal, like he said not every baby passes it. Yeah. Yeah? Is it scary? So he said not every baby passes it, but like in time she like definitely needs to start working on her fine motor skills. So I got her this toy, and like one of the tests was, can she track a toy with her eyes? And when she had her appointment, she wasn't tracking her toy. And so he suggested getting something like brighter colors and more contrasted, and so I did, and now she tracks this one just fine, so that's good. It's all tangled. So I just thought it was cute. I think it just has a whole bunch of different textures and noises and stuff. And it's supposed to hang from her car seat. So when she can actually play with it, I'll hang it there. Are you chewing on your hand? That's another new thing she's been doing. Does that taste good? Is that better than your beak? And she does it sporadically, like, the time when she's hungry, she just ate like 4 ounces. So she's not hungry, she just noms on her hand. But that's coordination, look at you. Bringing your hand to your mouth. Yeah, hi. Tiki tiki tiki. Tiki tiki tiki. Yeah? I literally swaddled Lincoln seconds ago, and instantly both her arms find a way out, and I don't ever know how. It's a gift you have, I swear. Oh, sad. Tired. Very tired. We'll just stay right there. So, hold on. I've got a lot of recommendations to try like the event bottles. So I went to the store and thought I would try these Playtex Event Air ones. I know they're not the Event brand. I know there's a difference, but I liked these better. They were bigger, and I like the shape of them better. They're easier to hold. And so far, I mean, obviously I've only used them like twice. She's only eaten twice since we bought them, but I like them just because they hold more and they're easier to feed her with, but I haven't noticed a difference with like spitting up. The first time Chris fed her with it, instantly she just like threw up almost everything she'd just eaten. And so it might have just been she ate too much or whatnot, but I don't know. I guess I'll like have to see over time how much I like them. But there was also like the nursing ones that came with like a sack inside, so it didn't let any air in. But I got these that just have like the air holes in the bottom. I guess I'll see how they work. But it's nice they have like grip on the sides. So anyway, now I'm, hanging out with Link. I'm trying to keep her a little awake because she hasn't had her bath yet, and I don't want her to sleep for like 20 more minutes before I give her her bath. But I'm just waiting for her towel to dry because I had to wash it, and so it's in the dryer right now. I think it has like 15 minutes left. So I have to keep her awake because I don't want her to fall asleep and only sleep for a little bit and then me wake her up and have her be grouchy. So you got to stay awake. Oh, did I scare you? Yeah, sweet. Yeah. Oh. So we're gonna go and wait for her stuff to dry and then go give you a bath. Do you want to take a bath? Yeah. And then we're gonna swaddle you and turn on your humidifier and your sound machine. Yeah. So say goodnight.